Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and welcome back to another Warhammer video. The Rumour Engine is wearing up again, and this time it looks as though there is a lot of firepower about to be unleashed. But which army will be using these rather terrifying looking guns on the battlefield? So yes, yet another teaser picture has been shown off by the Warhammer community, and this one is another reasonably obvious one. I think it's quite clearly some kind of missile or rocket launcher, definitely some kind of long-ranged weaponry in a very similar Imperium-esque style design. So I think we can be all pretty clear from the get-go, this probably isn't something like Orcs or Tyranids or Eldar, but who might be wielding weaponry like this? And the first and probably most obvious answer is of course the ever-faithful Space Marines. We know that GW love to put out new units for them, and this certainly does have a few benchmarks that fit the Space Marine design. The overall aesthetic is somewhat Marine-esque, and they do tend to have weapons like rocket launchers and the like as a prominent part of their armoury, and even the scopes and the lenses do look like they would fit in with a lot of the new Primaris range. And then of course at the bottom of the picture as well, we also have that secondary mini rocket launcher, which does also look very similar, although with some slight differences admittedly to the current Icarus rocket pod that you can see on things like the Redemptor Dreadnoughts. The thing that puts me off this being a Marine kit is one small detail that you might not notice at first, and that is around the hatch for the launcher. You can quite clearly see those painted on striped designs, and to me that looks like it is going to be something like hazard stripes in that famous black and yellow colour. So, if it's not Marines and there are black and yellow hazard stripes, does that mean our favourite bitter Chaos Legion, the Iron Warriors, are storming back onto the scene? Well, probably not. Yes, they do use hazard stripes on a lot of their weaponry and their armour, it's kind of their big thing, but if you look at the picture, do you notice anything, or do you notice a lack of anything? There is no chaotic, intricate designs or symbols or armor trim, and whilst the Iron Warriors are perhaps a little bit less demonic than some of the other Chaos Legions, I would still fully expect their weapons and their armor and their war gear to have some of that familiar Baroque style design which we have seen on all of the brand new Chaos kits that have come out in the last couple of years. So for me, this looks just a little bit too clean and a little bit too simple to be something for the Forces of Chaos. So if it isn't Marines and it isn't Chaos, who else could it be? The Astra Militarum perhaps? Well, if we go by the rumours, which are day by day being proved more and more reliable, it seems as though we might be expecting some new guard units next year, and in particular a new vehicle which is designed to fit between the Leman Russ and the Baneblade, as well as a few new regiments. So perhaps this could be part of a brand new unit, a brand new regiment even, which has a more industrial style to go along with those hazard stripes and would certainly fit in with some of the weaponry that we can see on display in this Rumour Engine picture. The rocket launcher may be a redesigned hunter-killer missile perhaps, and then the Icarus pod style thing at the bottom could be some brand new guard-specific anti-armor or anti-air rocket pod. I mean, that would definitely fit in with what we are seeing here, and it does seem to go along with the rumours that we have seen so far. But before we get nailed down on the Astra Militarum, there is one more faction which might also be a contender for the owner of this Rumour Engine picture, and that is a faction which, by all accounts, should be getting some love in December, and that is of course the Genestealer Cults. And the reason that I think these guys may be a prime candidate is that, like Chaos, this weapon just doesn't look quite right for the Astra Militarum for me. If you compare it to a lot of the current guard stuff, it almost looks like a bit of a botched job. The sensors and the lenses on the side look somewhat clamped on perhaps, and it has the hazard stripes again, which whilst the guard could feasibly have, it isn't really something that you associate with the Astra Militarum all that much at the moment, and we know that the Genestealer Cults do use that design, and we can see it, as you can see on your screen now, on things like their rock grinders, their trucks, and their other vehicles. And their equipment looks very much like it's almost looted or put together hastily or acquired by the cult as they start to storm the planet and take over. And so I do think that that ties in a lot more closely with the Rumour Engine picture. That is 100% the vibe that I get from this picture, rather than some, STC constructed tank that the Guard would have. So for me personally, I'm going to call this as a Genestealer Cult style vehicle or weapon emplacement, or maybe even a piece of terrain that they pick up and they start to use as they begin their uprising on the various planets of the Imperium. And then following, admittedly quite closely behind that, some new Astra Militarum tank or vehicle which will be coming sometime in 2022. But what do you think this Rumour Engine picture is showing us? Is it the Guard? Is it the Genestealer Cults? Or is it the boys from the Iron Warriors? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me, but until next time, I'll catch you later, guys.